An Australian-made rover named Roover will be designed by the Australian Space Agency, NASA and Australia's space industry to go to the moon. It's going to be launched in a future Artemis mission. Joining us live is Australia's Astronomer-At-Large Fred Watson. Fred, great to see you. Thanks for your time. It's a brilliant name, isn't it? The Roover. Tell us, what sort of role is it going to be playing in this mission?
Absolutely. It's a great name. In fact, it was chosen a year ago, but what has propelled it back into the media spotlight is the fact that the consortium that is bidding to build it has now been announced. It's a consortium called ELO2, and they are a group drawn from industry, from the universities, and critically, and this answers the second part of your question, from the mining industry in Australia, because one of the reasons why NASA has chosen Australia to build this small rover for the lunar surface is because of our expertise in remote controlled mining, which of course is very much big business in our country.
Yeah, it certainly is. Tell us a bit more about the timeline for that mission, as to when it's going to get underway and what else it's going to involve.
So what we've seen today is the fact that ELO2 have built 4 prototypes, which are working models of the Roover rover. They will develop that further with the Australian Space Agency and in consultation also with NASA, which is running the Artemis program. That's the human exploration of the moon program, which is still in its early stages, but will gather momentum as the decade progresses. And that then will produce a final version which will fly to the moon. We have not yet heard which mission that will be on. The first lunar landing in the Artemis program is Artemis 3, which is currently scheduled now for mid-2027. It's just been pushed back by a few months. So I think it'll be later than that when Roover finally wanders around and carries the Australian flag to the moon, but we will definitely see it.
And what else do you think, Fred, we should be looking out for in space news in 2025? What's on the horizon?
So yes, the Artemis itself, the program, was originally expected to have its its first crewed mission, Artemis 2, which will be a round the moon trip by 4 astronauts. That has now been pushed back actually to 2026, so it won't be part of 2025's lineup. But I'm really interested, Ash, in what's going on at the sort of management echelons of NASA, because we now have a nomination by the President-elect Trump for the future administrator of NASA, and the administrator is the head of the organization, by the name of Jared Isaacman. And Jared Isaacman is a very interesting character. He is a billionaire. He has flown twice into space and became, earlier this year, the first person privately funded in space to do a spacewalk. He actually left the spacecraft and did a spacewalk. So a person with very interesting experience and expertise. We expect he will come to post if he is approved in that position sometime next year, and that might bring changes to NASA, which I hope you and I will talk about.
Yeah, I look forward to that, Fred. Thank you. Plenty of very interesting characters in the Trump team, as we all know. Fred Watson, always appreciate your insights. Thank you.